Hi guys! So I've started working on my Book of Shadows project and I wanted to show you what I was doing. I've decided to reuse this little sketchbook that I got. I got this a few years ago at a anime convention, actually. They had altered it by putting these little buckles on it, little snaps. I thought that'd be pretty good when I fill it up with pages and it's like stretched to the max. So I am doing a junk journal style for this grimoire. I've left the first page blank just to put a little my Book of Shadows page there or something. Second page is going to be an index. I gotta find something to cover this up. There's a marker on the other side. And then I've gone ahead and did this page. I'm just kind of prepped this one for doing the Moon's title page because we're going to work on that section first. Alright, so let's get started. So as you can see on this page, I was using this book for some different lesson questions. But I kind of decided to put those in somewhere else. So we're going to cover all this up with different materials. I did this one with a black scrap paper, art paper that I had. And yeah, when I was trying to cut the top edge, I kind of messed up. I don't know if you can see it, but it all tore and was just really raggedy. So I took a black marker. I just went into the little crevices and filled that all in. And I decided to do the whole thing like that. So you can see there's different parts. And here's marker, down here. Just little gaps. This makes it a little bit unique. And on top of this, I'm going to put moons and then a little quote. That'll be the title page. For this one, I was just going to use some more sketch paper to put over this. But there's a little bit of ghosting. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. There's a bit of ghosting from the pen in behind. So, trying to hide that, I'm using white acrylic. I'm just gonna go over all the pen just to fade it out more before I glue this on. So that way you won't see it in behind. So let's go ahead and do that. Now there is going to be a little bit of buckling in the paper because it isn't watercolor paper, but we're just going to glue something on top of this, so it's not really going to matter. All right. So that's covered pretty well. You can still see a little bit of the ink through it, but we'll let that dry and we'll go wash out our brush. Okay, while this side is drying, let's work on our quote and our title. I'm using a tiny little brush. I'm just going to do it in white acrylic. first letter done. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just take your time. I'm just going to thicken up these lines a little bit. Ooh, that one went a little bit wobbly. That's okay. Kind of like it just like that. Let's do this little star down here. He's a little funky. Let's start on the other O. This one's slightly bigger. I think that's all right. Now I've got one more little star right here. Cool. Now another way I could have done this is gone onto a site that has fonts and put in just the title that I wanted and printed it out and just paste it right on, but I wanted something a little unique, so I'm painting it on because I can. Do a nice little swoop that way. Where's that stop? Right about there. Moon. There we go, guys. Our page is done. So the quote that we put here is, "Pray to the moon when she is round. Luck with you will then abound. What you seek for shall be found on the sea or solid ground." You can usually find this quote floating around on Pinterest and various Wiccan sites with a little bit of altered text to it. But the original, this one, is from Charles Lallande's book, Gypsy Sorcery and Fortune Telling. Lalande was a folklorist who is most famous for Aradia, Gospel of the Witches, and many of his writings are available to read online. However, there's a lot of controversy about Lalande's writings. In Aradia, for example, he claims to have been in contact with a witch from Tuscany who gave him the lore. And shortly after the book was published, she simply disappeared. Nobody could contact her, find out more information. In another one of his books, about the Algonquins, he claimed that the natives were descended from the ancient Norse and altered much of their lore to fit with his theories. Regardless, Aradia has become one of the most influential books on witchcraft, and my personal view is use it as inspiration for your own practice. As an eclectic witch myself, I use work that works for me and inspires. So I hope you enjoyed that, and join me next time while we do the phases section. I know I hold my paintbrush really weird, like it's tucked between my fingers and I write like this. It just helps me stabilize because my hands are really shaky if I try and do it this way.